What's going on YouTube? It's the Filthy Casual back with another Diablo 3 video. Today we're looking at the top performing builds for Season 17 again. You guys absolutely loved the last video a couple of weeks ago about the top 10. I've had a few requests to update matters. There have been some changes, so I thought we'd go through those today. But what we're going to do to mix things up is we're going to cut the list off at GR 125. So if it's cleared a GR 125, it's going to make it in, and that's why today we're going to be doing a top 7 rather than a top 10. Now it's going to be the same as last time. I will be linking you to a content creator who's done a YouTube guide, except for one of the builds where I'm going to give you a D3 planner link, because as far as I can see, nobody's done a really good job of doing a build for this. So that's something that I'll hopefully get to in the next few days. But if you want to just skip to the list, I'll put it in the description and on the screen now. So, make sure you check out the video description. It'll have the timestamp in there, and it'll have all the build guides and D3 planner links. And before we get rocking and rolling, the channel's nearly hit 5,000 subs, so thank you so much to anybody who has subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified of videos when they get released. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and join the Filthy Casual army. Now guys, the same caveat applies as last time. This is based on leaderboard clears only, so it is perfectly possible that other builds can clear GR 125 this season, but these are the ones that are reflected purely on the leaderboards. When looking at the leaderboards, I've been through both the EU servers and the US, and I should also say that this is only for softcore. I'm going to do a separate hardcore video because I just felt last time I tagged on the end and it was only about 60 seconds, and I didn't think that was really fair to the hardcore community. So if you do play hardcore and you're interested, there will be another video coming soon. So we get to the honourable mentions. Now unfortunately, not every class is represented in this list. One of the classes hasn't cleared GR 125 this season. I presume it will at some point because it's pretty close, but Barbarian has dropped off the list completely. The highest clear that I could find for that was Might of the Earth 121, which I can't remember whether that was on US or EU. Raycore Hote is not that far behind, so there is possibility that Barb could clear its way up to 125. There's a long time left in the season, but you can probably see that Barb is lagging a little bit behind due to the fact that it's got no Lon builds, and also probably not many people are playing it because it's basically worse than it was last season. Now the other honourable mention is a build that has just about dropped off, and that is the Lon Singularity build. So that gets a GR 123. I was quite surprised that that wasn't on the top 7 list, and that is mainly because it's been replaced by a better Necro build, which is in 7th place, and this is the LON Corpse Lance Necro. Now this is cleared a 125. I can't find a guide for this, so in the background you're seeing me fudge about with the build. I'm obviously not the world's greatest player, but I have made a D3 planner link for the build, and I will be making a full guide on this coming soon, because it seems like it's a pretty strong build, and if nobody's covered it, then what the heck, I may as well. Now retaining its spot in 6th place is going to be the LON Blessed Shield Crusader. So as per the last video, this is Riker's footage in the background. He's done a really good guide on it, so go check that out if you're interested in this. It's done a 125, slightly quicker than Necro, which is why it gets 6th place. Now staying in 5th, we've got the Wave of Light Monk. Now this was a couple of rifts ahead of the LON Blessed Shield, so Blessed Shield has pulled this back a little bit and they're now level in terms of rift clear, but the Wave of Light has just about sneaked it on the time, and that's why it gets 5th place. So Wave of Light still in 5th, and again in the background this is Riker and this is his guide for it, so go check that out if you're interested. So next up, and slipping a place down from 3rd into 4th, we have the LON Rapid Fire Demon Hunter. So in the background we have Bloodshed, and he's done a pretty good guide on how to run this build. It's still really strong, 128, that's an absolutely huge clear, but it has dropped a little bit because it's been overtaken by the build that is in 3rd place, and that's moved up, and that is the Witch Doctor with the LON Dagger of Darts build. So in the background we've got Big Daddy Den. He's done a really good guide on that, and this is absolutely crushing the Witch Doctor leaderboard. Pretty much all the builds at the top are playing this particular build, so go check that out if you're interested in playing some Witch Doctor. Keeping it 2nd place from the last video is going to be the LON Thorns Necromancer. This has cleared a GR 131, so it's sneaked up a little bit. It's gone up a couple of rifts in a couple of weeks, so not particularly by much. That's probably quite reflective of just how fishy the build is. It's not a build that you can necessarily just keep adding damage to. You do have to find the right rift to be able to clear, and it's it stayed in second, but it hasn't really gone up too much. I think the other builds behind really have caught up with it. And, you know, some will say that's a good thing because it's not the most popular thing in the world. But that brings us to number 1, which is most definitely the most popular build in the world in Diablo 3 at the moment. That is the Veers Chantodo Wizard. So again, we've got Bloodshed in the background, doing a guide and some footage. So if you haven't checked this out already and you're on Wizard, what are you doing? Go check it out. I still haven't rolled the Wizard yet. I'm sorely tempted because it just looks so easy. It does look like an incredibly powerful build. So I think I probably should be on there doing a bit of Paragon farming, but I just haven't set it up yet. But 134, that's absolutely huge for a seasonal clear. We've got so long left in the season, and it does look as though it's beginning to pull away a little bit. Now, it may be that the Thorns Necro can come back, particularly if that player with the top clear finds another really good rift and clears it. But it is looking like Veers is pulling away. Now, I think really, for another day, maybe a question is going to be, should Veers be nerfed? You know, if you take the LON buff away, a lot of these top builds that we've got clearing 125 probably wouldn't do that. They'd all drop a good 5 levels, I expect, and that would kind of show just how far out in front Veers is. So there we have it, guys. I'll chuck the list up on screen now. So this is a list of all the builds in the game that have cleared GR 125. I should say that I've recorded this on the 9th of June in the morning, so it's possible that somebody sneaked an extra level or 2 on, but as of the time of recording it was correct. But that's the list. So guys, I'll be bringing you a hardcore version at some point next week, hopefully, maybe towards the back end of the week. And also I'm going to make a Corpse Lance guide for the Necro, so again, stay tuned for that. So as I said at the start, subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.